Right on time. Perfect. Respect. We got a thumbs up already. What's up, folks? Hello, Kimberly B. Oh my gosh, it wasn't, where's my boy Jeff? Where is my boy Jeff? What's going on, guys? 7 o'clock and time for Fresh Baked TV. We're gonna talk tonight about ToonTown. We have an opportunity, Fresh Baked, a very rare opportunity to make something better. It's one thing to build a new land and say, hey, here's a place where you can put all your Star Wars stuff. That's fun. Or Toy Story Land. It's one thing to build a new land. It's another thing to take a land that we already have, a history with, issues like number 12 for Regina. Thank you. We've got there's a list of things that are necessarily wrong with this land or whatever. I'm not saying ToonTown specifically, but any land, and having the opportunity to rebuild it in a way that is better, greater, is a great opportunity. And I say this. What's up, Porkins? Hello, Thomas. I ask this question. I say this because I have to assume. By the way, baby, it was Eric Hoffman.
Yes, I talked to him.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. I just saw him chime in on the thing, and I'm like, he commented in the video. So thank you very much, Eric. Those were really great. What the heck was I just saying?
We were talking about ToonTown and the lands.
Yeah, I'm assuming that with the arrival of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is now happening, they've already demoed 2 giant buildings and are on their way. The construction is going. Well, they're not constructing anything yet, but the process has begun. Jason Eatman has gifted us with $20. Hello, Jason. Thank you very much. It's a hell of a generous thing you just did, Jason. I appreciate you. Welcome to the live stream, Mitchell. Yeah, I saw that. Well, they're not leaked pictures, are they? They were just from that thing on Disney Plus. They were intentionally put out. But in any case, let me stick with this. I'm assuming that Disney's not going to just, we've had this conversation, they're not going to just give us a new ride and say, okay, the rest of ToonTown, it's good. We all know that it's not, because before the arrival of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, ToonTown was a dead land walk-in. That was the first place that people were mentioning anytime expansion was talked about. You want to build more Star Wars land, you want to build more fantasy land, you want to do something new, you want to do something different. Hey, ToonTown sucks. Let's put it there. Cindy Sawyer gets us with $5. Thank you, Rest Cindy. She says, may you and Liz have a blessed birth. May God fill the room with love. Say hi to Liz for me. Hi, Liz.
You guys. Hi, I'm dead.
Liz is dang. Liz is dang. She is dead on the couch right now. She is very, very tired and does not have the energy for a live stream. She may pop in a little bit later just to say hi. We got a $2 gift from Dole Whip Clemens. Hope to see you Saturday. Well, we'll be there. Or I'll be there. Now, okay, so ToonTown is number 1 on the list of things that can disappear. So they don't go from this land sucks to it's great, just leave it like it is because Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is coming. My mind says that they have to do something to ToonTown to bring it up to speed, to bring it up to the level to which Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway will be built. They say a rising tide lifts all boats, right? Well, ToonTown is another boat, and it's got to rise up with the tide of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That's my opinion. We got a $2 gift from Destination Chronicles. Thank you very much. Hey, howdy, hey. That's Jennifer, the real deal. Bring back the trolley. Well, okay, so here's the thing. what I want to do is I want to poll the audience. I made a list. Did you? I made a list of the things that I would like to see them do in ToonTown to make ToonTown better. Brett Dubé gets us with $10. He says, "Hey, Fresh Bake, thanks for the chat yesterday. I thoroughly enjoyed just sitting in Batu. Hope Oga's was fun." You're welcome, Brett. Glad to have met you. Oga's, yeah, we had a great time in Oga's. We did sneak in there, guys. I did a video. Liz and I did a video last night. We filmed last night all the new food that's at Galaxy's Edge. There's new food everywhere, basically. And we tried it all. And I'm in the middle of editing it as we speak. I took an hour away from editing so I could talk to you fine folks. As soon as we're done here, I'm going to get right back to editing that video. So I should hopefully have it in the morning. But yeah, we got to go to Oga's Cantina. First time we've been there since opening weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty great. Let's see. Did I miss anything? I guess not. Okay. All right. So I made a list in my handy dandy notebook. We got a $2 gift from Jason Eatman. He's back again. He says, repaint ToonTown at least yearly. You know, there has to be a better way. There's something about the way that they design ToonTown that makes it fade so fast. You don't see them repainting any of the other lands as often as they, every year or even every couple years or whatever. But for some reason, they're constantly having to repaint ToonTown. Now that could be the sun and it's bleaching the color out of the paint and it's fading it fast. It's very exposed. ToonTown is very exposed. But there's exposure in other places too. So I'm not sure what it is about the way that they design ToonTown that causes that. But to that end, the number one thing that I would say ToonTown needs, number one, is trees. ToonTown needs trees like we need oxygen. And isn't it funny that trees create oxygen? So it's a win-win. We get trees, ToonTown is great, and we get to breathe more air. That's nice, right? Joking aside, trees are everything. Look at Tomorrowland. It's supposed to be the future. There's more trees in Tomorrowland than any land that I can think of. The colors involved needs repainting. It's the color. Well, there is that. I think there is something to that, because the more vibrant you paint something, the more you notice it when it's not there. So, like, if it's supposed to be a really bright blue or bright red, when it's not, it makes it seem, your eyes just say, hey, that's not right. So, yeah, I would say absolutely way more trees. But just start with cartoon trees. You know what? Don't do that. I know it's funny, but I would say don't give me cartoon trees. I don't want fake trees. The less fake, the better. I want real trees all around the perimeter of ToonTown. Trees that we talked about this in the video earlier this week. Trees that separate Galaxy's Edge from ToonTown. Trees that separate ToonTown from backstage. I don't want to see the show building for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I don't want to see a fake mountain. Give me real trees. I don't care if the movie Roger Rabbit showed those mountains and all that. This is not Roger Rabbit Town. It's not Roger Rabbit Town. It has a Roger Rabbit ride, but it's not Roger Rabbit Town. And that's the second thing that I would do, apart from adding more trees, is to really try your best to just get rid of this idea that this is ToonTown from Roger Rabbit. Make it just a regular ToonTown as some other kind of... The 90s vibe is just not working anymore. That 90s vibe is... The 90s is not a decade, a generation that resonates with anybody except for people that are aged like my wife. People who lived through the 90s. They're the only ones who give a rip about the 90s. And she's laughing at me, I think, because she knows I'm right, because she would rather have lived in the 80s. Yeah. I promise you.
Yeah, I know. So proud to be a 90s kid, okay? Whatever.
I am so, you know what? Blink 182
Shh. Don't.
and Green Day and I don't know.
Green
Just
Day, whatever, yeah, but don't mess with my Blink 182.
yeah, I'm over the 90s. 80s definitely greater than 90s. I agree with you, Porkins. I'll take the 70s over the 90s. I'll take the 60s over the 90s. I don't know if I'll take the 2000s over the 90s. The 2000s were pretty dry.
Yeah.
That's another conversation. Blink 182 is not still awesome. Blink 182 makes me think of nothing but Clueless.
And what's wrong with? Okay, you know what? I'm not anymore.
She's ready to get on this. She's gonna get on the show and yell at me right now. Okay. Anyway, number one, more trees. Number two, less 90s, less Roger Rabbit. Keep the ride, obviously, because it's a fun ride. But I don't want a 90s Roger Rabbit Toontown themed land. I would like to see them.
Roger Rabbit came out in 1988. Just saying.
What's that?
Roger Rabbit came out in 1988.
All right. Well, you get my point. It feels 90s. The land was built in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Eric Van Den Ordo gets us with $5. He says, yes, trees. 2, more silly cartoon interactive stuff, but don't let them get run down. 3, ambient cartoon noises. Excellent points, Eric. I agree with both of those. One of those was not on my list, but the other one was. Stephen Crawford gets with $10. Thank you very much, Stephen. How about adding a fish house? Could play great moments with Mr. Limpet. Another idea is a water feature that at night has a small show called World of Black and White. That's interesting, Stephen. Where would you put that water show? Like at the fountain? Like they do at Pixie Hollow? Something of that size? That's interesting. I don't know how you do that, but Jesse Anderson gets us to $5. He says, more trees, no hills, less claustrophobic feel. Well, the claustrophobia thing is hard to deal with, but I'll get to that in a second. We got a, where'd he go? I know I missed Eric. There it is. Eric Kaufman gets us to $5. He says, the only thing I think would be to incorporate DuckTales on my list. DuckTales is Tailspin or one of the other cartoons in the Toontown. Yes, I agree. DuckTales, the new DuckTales. I would like to get them. I would like to see it get more modern in that regard. The claustrophobic thing. Part of that is the fact that it's a dead end. There's not much you can do about that. I'm sorry to say, unless you connect somehow, you find a way to connect Galaxy's Edge with Toontown, which is not out of the question. Fantasyland is right next to Tomorrowland, so it's not like Disney doesn't know how to do this. It can be done, but that's one way of alleviating that claustrophobic feel. The dead-end nature of Toontown does bother me as well, and that does create the claustrophobic feel. We got another $10 gift from Jason Eatman, who says, let Oswald the Lucky Rabbit live in Toontown. You know, Oswald, I hate to say it, yeah, I hate to say it, but I don't think anybody cares about Oswald.
No.
I don't know if that hurts anybody's feelings.
It makes me savage.
But, you know, they made a big deal about bringing Oswald back a while back at DCA, and nobody cared. Nobody shows up for the Oswald meet. No, nothing. I don't know what it is, but Oswald does not resonate with Disneyland guests. Nobody but Max. You're right. Max loves Oswald.
He does.
He really does. We got a $50 gift from Ron Berner. I know that dude. But
Ronnie.
Ron, what are you doing?
Ronnie, get out. You're not allowed.
Ron, you know, I'm going to spend all that money on you at Silent Saturday. I'm buying you a beer, Ron. Thank you, Ron. Thank you very much. Ron says merge all Disney cartoons, incorporate DuckTales, Silly Symphony, Mickey Shorts, etc. The trees, moving water, happy birthday Sophie, happy birthday David, happy welcome to motherhood Liz. Oh my God, he covered everything.
Aw, thanks, Ronnie.
I like that idea. I like the idea of bringing in all of those, animated, not the films, not the features, but like the cartoon shorts and the, like the DuckTales and things like that. Bringing those all into that land. It's not a very big land though, so you're kind of limited on that. We got a $2 gift from Kenny Rhyme, who says, I'm glad you got the baby gift. Thank you very much, Kenny. We're glad we got it too.
Thank you, Katie.
We got a $5 gift from Robert LT, who says the 90s were awesome. The only decade the U.S. has not been at war since World War II. That's a fair point. The decade between the Cold War and the War on Terror. Well, I don't want to get too much on that, but let's just say that's a fair point. All right. Oh, did I miss Regina? A $50 beer. We spent $21 on one drink at the Halloween party. So you're not that far off. 2 drinks and now we're done. 2 drinks, and it's not like I'm not going to drink with Ron, right? So 2 beers, 2 $20 drinks, and we are out of here. We're out of money. We got $2 gift from Hunter, who says, put the people mover back there and Tomorrowland. Okay, so that brings me to one of my other points. I want some movement. A land is better when there's movement. When there's some sort of, if it's not, okay, either movement or some sort of live entertainment in the land. Something has to be happening in the land to give it more life. There's no movement, there's no attraction like that. Well, I guess there's the train in New Orleans Square, but it's got live entertainment happening often. Same thing can be said for Adventureland, Frontierland with the band. Adventureland doesn't have any movement, except for the Jungle Cruise, I guess. Anyway, Kenny Ryman gets us with $5. He says, do they still use Roger Rabbit walk-around character? No, you never see Roger Rabbit, and I'm okay with that. I would like to see that trolley come back. I don't think it will, because the reason why it left was the safety concerns. But I'm not sure. I don't remember. Somebody refresh my memory. Was there somebody actually driving the trolley, or was it automatic? Was it automated? Was it just going back and forth on a programmed trip? I want to say that there was somebody driving it, which I don't understand why they managed to do okay with the Main Street vehicles, but they can't make the trolley work. I don't know, but I would like to see something like that happen. Yeah, cast member ran it. So because what happens, if you don't recall, the trolley, it hit a kid. And they just, after that, they stopped using it. That was done. Okay, so I would like to see that. I would like to see that happen. I would like to see some kind. I don't know how you do it, but I mean that would make the land better by giving it more movement. We got a $5 gift from the Disney Adventure Vlogs. Thank you very much, guys. Hey, David, it was nice meeting you and Liz. And the castle has some of the Christmas decorations. Yes. Also, wait. Where did we meet the Disney Adventure Vlog?
I think Pirates.
Oh, is that them at Pirates?
I think so.
Okay. Wait, really? Is that right? What, on Friday? Or
Yes, just last night.
last night?
Yeah.
Why didn't I put that together? Oh! Now I know what you mean. Okay. In the queue.
Yes.
Okay.
And then after Pirates, yes.
For some reason, whenever I read Disney Adventure Vlogs, I didn't put him with them. I imagine a family.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, there are Christmas decorations up. I think they put the snow up there, right? The snow is up. Okay, we got a $1 gift from John Allen. Thank you very much. And a $5 gift from Daniela Vespreca. There was a driver, she says, and it tilted as it ran. And if you were on it and had slick pants, yoga style, it would almost launch you off of it, just like my dog. Is she outside?
Yeah, I'll get her.
Okay, so that sounds dangerous, I guess, but don't make it tilt. I mean, all I'm asking for is just some sort of energy in the land. If it's not a vehicle, then put a band in there or something. I don't know, put something in there to give it something, an event quality. Something somebody else mentioned was okay, you know how they've got, Goofy's house used to be a jumper. And the ball pit by Chippendales used to be a real ball pit.
Best.
Yeah, right? And then over by the Gag Factory, you had the jail thing, and you had the weights that you can lift. But all of that now is just carcass. None of that, there's nothing. Donald had a wall climb. Yes, that's true. I mean, it wasn't a good one, but it had it for kids. I remember the ninja tried to do that thing, and he's like, "What? This looks like I'm supposed to do something here," but he couldn't. Anyway, there's so much in there that is, they just stripped it. You walk in there, and like when I go into the jail, I want it to feel like at least a little bit like a jail, not just the bars. When I go into there's those little rooms you can go into. There should be something in there to do. When I go into Goofy's house, good heavens, Goofy's house is depressing. It really is depressing.
Didn't he have a moon bounce?
Yes, it was a bouncer.
So much.
Yes. But I don't want a bouncer. I'm just saying, give it some life. Have something that's fun to do inside there. Have something that's interesting. Don't put a ball pit maybe next to Chippendales, but for God's sakes, put something there, right? There's things that are fun to do that engage with the guests a little bit. There's nothing to engage with, right? There's just nothing to engage with. You've got the thing with the door. That's cool. The door, the electric door, that's a good gag. The phone that talks to you, that's a good gag. The exploding fireworks thing, that's a good gag. More of that, all throughout the land. Or and that's if we're sticking with the ToonTown theme. If we bring it more modern and we make it like Mickey and Minnie's current aesthetic, but make more things like that for kids to engage with in the land, to give it more energy. Not make it a frozen land. David. ToonTown is just tired and faded, and I don't know, man. What do kids do in there? What do kids do? I would like there to be some, when you go into Mickey's house and you touch anything, that there's some sort of life to it. Excuse me. We got a $5 gift from S'more310, who says, besides Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, isn't ToonTown too small to add more stuff? Well, we're not talking about adding stuff. Not in terms of attractions. I'm talking about making the existing land better. With, trees isn't an attraction. More props to engage with doesn't increase the size or anything like that. My only concern, though, is that ToonTown is already pretty crowded for its real estate. But part of that, I think, that and we talked about that a little bit before, that crowded feeling you get when you're in there is the fact that it is a dead end. No plastic furniture. You know what? No plastics at all. Can we do that? Is it possible? Let's get with, it's a new era. Plastics are bad for the environment. How about ToonTown get more natural? How about ToonTown get more organic? Nothing wrong with that. We got a $20 gift from Greg Ramey, who says, happy birthday, David. Thank you very much. Get rid of the ball pit and put a waterfall or a small stage for a band in that corner. Happy Sophia is pointing in the right direction. Thank you, Greg. Howdy, Liz, he says. Okay, they already have one waterfall, which is a very nice waterfall. The waterfall at Donald's Boat. So I'm good with that. Yes, Disney Adventure Vlogs gives us a $2. Says, yes, it was me on Pyrex yesterday. I now have a face. I now have a face for that name. The plastic furniture thing, just, Mickey's house, Minnie's house.
Yeah, that needs to be.
I get it. I get why you have to do that. I really do. And if the solution to that problem, the fact that everything gets worn down because people are walking through and touching it, then maybe do something else. Honestly, if the solution is to make it concrete, then maybe do something else. I don't know how else to put this. That's not, or design it in such a way that people can't touch it. I don't know. Aaron says plastic isn't bad if it's not being dumped in the ocean. Aaron, we have already proven ourselves as a race, as a humanity, that we can't be trusted. Over and over again, humans as a collective, you can be trusted, Aaron. I can be trusted, but humans can't be trusted. They will walk all over your grass. You just give them one. You give them one tiny chance, and they will walk all over your grass. They'll do it, man. I got a neighbor upstairs who likes to throw his cigarette butts in my backyard. People are jerks. Kelsey J gets us $3. She says, splash pad like in Bugs Land, maybe. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. We're not there yet, but almost. I like that, though. I like a splash pad. That's a good idea. Stacy Squad gives us $10. You know what, Stacy? You're so nice. I have to say, you leave the nicest, sweetest comments in all of our videos, and I just feel like saying that. Stacy Squad.
Oh, yeah. I love her.
She is just adorable. She says, I really think there needs to be some type of show happening in ToonTown. I agree. A show with characters. And I also think a nighttime fountain show would be great. I hope you and Liz have a great weekend. Thank you, Stacy. I hope you have a great weekend, too. Yeah, you know what? Here's the good news. If they're going to put in Mickey and Minnie's Runaway, I almost played Quickie on that. I think I did, actually. If they're going to put this right in, then we're probably going to see ToonTown open at night. I don't think they can close it now. There's too much of a draw. You know, they don't want to waste 5 hours of good quality, you know, showtime for guests for a ride of this importance. So there's a good chance that ToonTown will be open at night, which is great because I think that ToonTown is very nice at night. I like ToonTown at night, and then you have a chance to do a water show like Stacy suggested. The Toku Kid gets us a $2. Says ToonTown needs a game ride and a fun house. I would like. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Like an old-fashioned fun house that you see in a carnival, but obviously Toon related. You could do that instead of Mickey's house, or Minnie's house, or one, or both. I don't know. That would be cool. I'm down with that. A fun house, yeah. See, people agree. A fun house would be fun. ToonTown mini golf. That's too much real estate, Stacy. I'm sorry. They would never waste that kind of real estate unless it was like 2 holes. But who's going to do that? Yeah, there's not enough room for that. I keep forgetting. I wanted to talk about. Somebody mentioned something about Donald's boat. Did somebody say that there was a slide on Donald's boat?
There was, I think, back in the day, wasn't there?
Was there really a slide?
There was something that you could have done on Donald's boat too. I remember the pit, the moon bounce. And
Porkin says yes.
I think there was a slide. Yeah.
Daniela Musbraka gives us with $15. She says at age 8, Hannah said her first full sentence in Mickey's house when we went to meet Mickey. She said, "Oh look, mommy, it's Mickey Mouse. I love him. Oh my God, that's adorable."
Oh, that's so great.
It brought me to tears. FYI, Hannah is nonverbal autistic. Well, we knew that, but
Yeah, we knew. Yeah.
for those wondering why it would be such a big deal.
That's so great.
That's great. Wow. That's cool. That's a cool story. I like that. So yeah, somebody said we got a couple that said there was a slide. Okay, put that top of my list, man. Put a slide back there. You know, and then I don't know if they could just. I'm sure that this is sort of a public safety issue, why they don't do that. But they have a slide at Redwood Creek, albeit a totally lame slide. But there's 2 slides actually. So if they're willing to do that, then yeah, give me a slide on Donald's boat, dang it. And have it go right over the little water thing, maybe. That would be cool. What's wrong with that? That's totally, that would just create a lot of energy also. Kids laughing and screaming and having a good time on a slide on Donald's boat would be just about right. Nathan M6911 gets us with $5, says, LOL, I can't believe 90s music was summarized as Blink-183 and Green Day. What about Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Radiohead, Soundgarden?
Well,
That's different.
That's 90s alternative.
That's
The Link is more 2000.
That's actually late 90s, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's late 90s, early 2000s.
Late
But that's a whole different thing.
2000.
By the way, I love all those bands. So I was a grunge fan in my day. I will say that. Pearl Jam was my favorite band back in the day. I love Pearl Jam. Chippendale's Treehouse should have anything at all inside of it. Anything, please. Pearl Jam, well, okay, they started in the late 80s, I get that, but they didn't become a thing until the grunge movement happened, Nirvana and all that stuff. Yeah.
They got really popular in the 90s.
In Excess, that's more 80s for me. Okay, so where was I? Slide, Donald Duck, absolutely. Let me have that place. I want let the kids do something. Let the kids engage in the land. Nathan M6911 is back again with $5. He says the slide in Donald's boat was the scariest I have ever been on. It curves inside the boat. Oh my God, really? If you are taller than 5 feet, you can get stuck. Well, that's, you know what? This is that lowest common denominator thing that I kind of discussed in our Fresh Baked Presents video today, which, by the way, glad to be back on that channel again. Disney needs to stop trying to make this park for everyone. Not everything is meant to be for everyone. They want to make this for everyone, and I don't get that. Some people like ToonTown. Some people like Tomorrowland. Some people like Frontierland. Some don't. You know, I don't like Star Tours. I still go to Disneyland every week. There's plenty for me to do, even though I don't like Star Tours. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay that I don't like a thing. It's okay that I don't like to eat at Napa Rose, or I don't like to eat at the Red Rose Tavern, or I don't want to eat at Riverbell or something like that. It's okay. I don't mind making the other choices. So if you build a slide in ToonTown that I can't go on, I'm okay with that. I want it to be fun for the kids because ToonTown is supposed to be for the kids. Why is my phone ringing?
Remember we came home last night?
Oh my God, my phone rang at 11 o'clock last night. What? You be quiet. Sorry, guys. Me and my old crankety landline. Okay. We have our first caller. Long time listener, first time caller. It's a landline, yes. I'm sorry, but it's my work phone. It has to be a landline. Dream Big Productions gets us with $2. Says, what's your favorite animal? My favorite are bats. My favorite animal is a dog. I'm a dog guy. Liz back there is a cat girl. So there's that. Thomas McKendry gets us to $2. He says, bring back the trolley. I agree. Just do something to make it safe. No, that was not Brie Larson. I didn't recognize the phone number anyway. Would Liz be sad if they changed ToonTown? No.
What?
They asked if you'd be sad if they changed ToonTown.
Like how so?
Changed it, I don't know.
Made it something completely different than ToonTown?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Okay, so you said if they changed it a lot.
Like if it's not called ToonTown anymore, it's called something else, and yes, I would be sad.
Okay, where was I? Yeah, so KLCJ agrees with me. They need to bring life back to ToonTown if there ever was any. I believe there was. Like a lot of things at Disneyland, you know, there was more to it than there used to be. There was more to Tomorrowland than there is today. There was more to Adventureland, Frontierland. All these places had more life in them. It slowly erodes because, you know, Disney's scared. It's not a rotary phone. Disney's scared, man. And I mean, I get it, but, you know, they've got lawyers. Don't worry about it. $2 gift from Eric Van Ordell, who says a zip line, giant fireman's pole. I'll take either one of those, but I don't think you will get a zip line. I'm just saying. What's a spray park? Oh, you mean, oh yeah, the splash zone. Yeah, I'm good with that. Angel, OSHA is just for employees, not about customer safety, not guest safety. But I get what you're saying. Alan Beckman gives us with $2. Says, Dave, what about the comments about Ron and Ian? You know what? I do have a comment on that. You guys need to relax. That's my comment. Okay? You guys need to relax. You think you know a person? You don't know. You don't know.
Totally.
I have to say, I did not appreciate those comments. I don't speak normally on this, but I did not appreciate that because people are trying to create drama out of nothing.
Yeah, totally.
And there is no drama. There's nothing.
At all.
That whole thing was my fault
Yep.
because I set them up where Ron was standing behind Ian, so Ian couldn't see Ron when he was speaking, so he didn't know when Ron was queued up or when Ron was going to speak or when he was done. And that's why there's a look on his face like, it's my fault. There is nothing there. But even if there were, y'all need to calm down, okay? Just calm down. I know it's not a lot of people, and people love Ron, people love Ian, I get it. But it does kind of get me a little bit when people try to start drama where there isn't any. There's better things to do than to overanalyze the dynamic between Ron, Ian, and myself. So there, I said that. Ron jumped in again. Babe, call Ron and tell him to stop giving us money.
I don't have his number. I need his number.
I got his number. Ron Berner gives us with $50 again.
And same with Daniela. Daniela is going to the law right now.
I know.
She save every penny she can.
Ron says, I'm not being nice, I'm being lazy. It's your birthday. So is that my gift, Ron? Okay.
Then I guess I'll accept.
You and your love are having your first baby. Fresh Baked is family. It's for that. And so I don't have to shop. Well, you know, that speaks to me. That speaks to me, Ron, because I don't like to shop either. There's an evolution of friendship, Ron, that you and I have just passed through very quickly. And that is, friends buy each other gifts for Christmas. And then after a while, they start trying to buy each other a gift that's about the same value, $20, $40 or whatever. And then they realize that it's gift cards. Then you're like, you know what, I'm just going to get him a gift card, you know, to a place he likes. And then you realize, you know what, I'm just going to give him $40. And then he's going to give me $40. And the first year that happens, where you give your brother $40 and he gives you $40, the next year it's a handshake. Merry Christmas. And it's over. So Ron, on your birthday, you're going to get $100 exactly for me. Assuming you don't give me any more, you're going to give me. I'm going to give you $100 on your birthday, Ron, and then we're going to shake hands going forward. How about that? All right, I got to catch up. Nathan of 6911 gets a $10. He says, I would love if they added a ride like Dr. Seuss Trolley at Universal Orlando to ToonTown. Picture a small train riding on raised people mover tracks. I'm down with it. Heck yeah. Give me a tiny train around. Done. I'm in for that. Absolutely. See, some people says I never saw anything wrong. Most people didn't even notice, but some people did. Toku Kid gets with $5. Says maybe thank you very much, Toku. He says maybe turn a section into an area to create and become a tune with the tech they use for the Iron Man AR. You know, that whole VR stuff does not appeal to me at all. I'm not really into that. Chris Jones gets us with $10. Thank you very much, Chris. He says, it has been a while. It's good to be back. Good to have you back, Chris. How's the fish? How's Wanda?
Oh, we met Chris at the Haunted Mansion.
We sure did. Evan Layton gets the golly. Thank you very much, Evan. Evan says, you know, guys, it's not even my birthday. It's my birthday next week. Are we gonna do this again? Actually, the live stream will be the day after my birthday. So you're right. This is right on time. Evan Layton gets for $50. He says, happy birthday. I'm being lazy like Ron. Okay. Let me know when your birthday is, Evan, so I can get you back. The Stacy Squad gives us $2. She says, I would love to see paddle boats, Donald Duck theme. Stacy, you've got great ideas, but there's not enough land in ToonTown for that kind of thing. A paddle boat would take a lot of space. Okay. Yeah, I can't believe it. My birthday is going to happen before the next live stream. I didn't even realize that. See, I don't celebrate my birthday. Like, basically, I don't, ever. So it never occurs to me that that I should even be given a happy birthday. Elliot Adams gets us with $2. He says, happy birthday to me, next week to you. Happy birthday, Elliot. Hey, we got to make my day a birthday this weekend, don't we? It's my birthday weekend. I got to see if there's anything. Okay. Hold on, guys. Catching up. I feel like I've been talking a lot, which I have because I'm hosting this show all by myself. Okay. This is the birthday song. It isn't very long. Chris says, Wanda is great. You didn't even get my pun. 50. Oh, I didn't. I suck at puns, Ron. You know that. Okay, Mariel Romero gets us with $5. He says, first time I make it to a live and donate. Thank you very much, Mariel. He says, I need them to rework the abandoned ball pit by the treehouse. Okay, I don't think you'll get it, but I'm good with that. Some shaded theme seating would be great. Yes, definitely more shade is absolutely in order for ToonTown. We got a $100 gift from Crystal Taylor, Crystal and Joe. Thank you very much, guys. Everybody, Ron, you've set the mark, Ron. You've started a trend. Excuse me. I'm so parched. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Crystal and Joe. I'm being lazy to me and Joe. Happy birthday, David. We all should give as much as we can to David right now. He had horrible birthdays as a child, and we have to make up for it. Love you, David. Love you, Crystal. Love you, Joe. By the way, you need to bother Liz a lot about. I want to make sure that we get you guys to do that thing that we were talking about in that other place. I want to make sure we're doing that. Okay, we're doing that. Ask Liz. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Nathan M6911 gets us with $20. He says, thank you for all the great content. Fresh Baked never lets me down. I've been getting sick of a lot of the other Disney websites or vlogs that really rely heavily on clickbait about the Skyliner incident, Small World closing. Yeah, what's up with that, Nathan? What's going on with the Disney community? What's up with clickbait? Why do they do that? I don't know, man. I don't get it. But that's the internet, man. That's the internet. They love that stuff. And people are just like, I believe in making your art. I believe in just saying and doing the thing that makes you happy, and then let people respond to that. Tailoring your content to trendy things like that, I don't know. I mean, nothing wrong with being trendy, I guess. Just more about like, ooh, this will get a lot of clicks. I don't know. Smallwood is not closing. No, Smallwood is not closing. Okay. Chris Jones gets us with $10. He says, I love meeting you at the Haunted Mansion event. I even make a small appearance in the beginning. Also, going to a Tim Burton exhibit at the Neon Museum tomorrow. Chris, Liz she was hoping to do that, but she's not going to make it. But she wanted to do that very exhibit you're talking about in Vegas. Eric Van Den Ordell gets us with $5. Thank you very much, Eric. He says, next week he might be really busy, so it's safer to give you gifts and wish you happy birthday. Well, you know what? Thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate that. Ronnie M gets us with $2. Says, it'd be a great place to revive Ursula's voice. Oh, I love that. Ursula's grotto is great. It wouldn't be Ursula, though. Don't make it Ursula. Make it something else, because she wouldn't fit there. But a voiceover grotto thing would be great. Chad Marvelous gets us with $5. Can the over-the-hill jokes start now, or do we need to wait until your actual birthday? I do my own over-the-hill jokes anyway, so yeah, you can still go ahead. You feel fine. Go right ahead. We've got a $5 gift from Danny Weidenbeck, who says, long-time lurker, first time chatter. Love your channel so much. Thank you for all you do. Danny, you're welcome. Thank you for finally chatting and announcing yourself. Thank you for watching. We love you. We got a $20 gift from S'more310 who says the blue building behind ToonTown should be demolished, rebuilt where they demolished the hotel on Harbor, thus more room for expansion as they see fit. Congratulations to you two. You both will be very cool parents. You know what? I agree with you. We're going to be great parents. I've got a head start on her, though.
Yep.
Okay. We got a $5 gift from Krista Joe who says, how'd you feel if Roger Rabbit moved to the back lot? Okay. Yeah. Actually, that works.
More sense.
It gives you the chance to reimagine ToonTown at that point, because Roger Rabbit is the anchor of ToonTown. That attraction is the anchor of ToonTown, and it makes it harder to reimagine if that's your goal. Take ToonTown out, or take Roger Rabbit out and put it over there in backlot. Yeah, works for me. I gotta go find Greg Ramey. Where is Greg? Did I miss Greg? Chad, Ronnie, Eric, Chris, Nathan, Crystal, Marielle, Greg Ramey, sorry, gives us $20 for no good reason. That's pretty cool. Thank you very much, Greg. Love that. Love you. Okay.
You pass me that candle?
I have to hand over a candle. It's a caramel pumpkin swirl candle for the lady. Okay, what did I miss? Where am I? I got to catch up here a little bit. Do I? Rebecca says, what happened to the Skyliner? You didn't hear about the Skyliner, Rebecca? Wow. It crashed, basically. When is Liz being induced? We won't know until tomorrow. We'll hopefully know tomorrow. We're seeing the doc again tomorrow. By the way, we got a whole bunch of videos up on our personal channel. It's called The Royal Dorks. We're doing vlogs about the pregnancy and about the baby and things like that. You can get all the updates there. Yes. The Royal Dorks. There's a link on our main page to that channel. S'more, what did I miss? What were her questions? I thought I did comment, S'more. Did I not? Rebuilt where they demolished the hotel. Yeah, well, here's the thing, S'more. I think that any available space for expansion, unfortunately, is probably going to go towards Galaxy's Edge. I'm sorry to say. David Page gets us $10. He says, happy birthday, David. Thanks for all you do, bringing Disneyland to all of us every day. Have a birthday beer on me. Thank you very much, David. I will have that beer here as opposed to Disneyland because, well, that's $10. Well, I might be able to get a beer for $10 at Disneyland, I think.
Maybe the boys will spoil you on Saturday.
I hope not, because I buy when we're at Disneyland, and that ain't ever going to change. Pink Parfait gives us $2. Thank you very much, Pink Parfait. She says, Walt Disney World had the giant... Honey, I Shrunk the Kids playground. That's too much space, I think. Plus, I do think that the oversized thing, like they do for Toy Story Land and Bugs Land, I think that concept is overrated. That's my opinion. Let's see. Did I miss something from Ron back there? I thought I saw Ron chime in. Oh, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Okay. Casey asks, when you're busy with Sophia for the first few weeks, are you going to give Ian and Ron the camera and have them fill in for you? Or are we just going to be without show? No, I'd probably just be without show if that happens, although I don't know that it will. But yeah, we'll probably just have to get what we get. Edgar Ramos gifts us with $5. Says, happy birthday. Said hi to you on filming day of the first DCA Halloween decor night. And big fan of Fresh Baked. Also, can't wait for the Imagineering documentary on Disney+. You know what? You're right. That's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that show. The trailer they released today was pretty cool, and I'm all about it. that is worth it to me just for that show. Nathan M6911 gets us to $5. He says, has there been any recent rumors about what might happen with the old movie theater, ESPN Zone, or Rainforest Cafe? No, although I heard somebody tell me that they think they have a tenant for Rainforest Cafe. Also, a little birdie told me yesterday, Josh Damaro and the other lady's name, whom I can't remember, and a bunch of other suits were walking around downtown Disney last night in the vicinity of those buildings, discussing, presumably, the future. So they're working on it. It's in their minds. What they're doing, I don't know. Okay, we got a $10 gift from Bryn Dyer, who says, happy birthday, David. Thank you very much, Bryn. I can't believe it's actually my birthday next week.
I know.
Say Division 3D gets with $5, says, happy birthday, David. Do you think Kingdom Hearts belongs in the parks? Personally, I think there's a lot you can do with it, and there's not enough. I love Kingdom Hearts. I enjoy the games very much. I enjoy the world of Kingdom Hearts. No, I do not think it belongs in Disneyland. That's about as plainly as I can put it, I guess.
Maybe Tokyo.
Yeah, maybe in a different park. The anime thing, because it is basically anime, doesn't work in a park, I don't think. The costumes, the art, it doesn't fit, I don't think, with whatever it is that they're trying to do in Disneyland. Merch, maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing some merch, but I don't think you'll see it embedded in a land. Maybe overseas, but not here. I don't think there's enough room for a Tough to Be a Bug show, Scott, I'm afraid to say. Look at the show building for Tough to Be a Bug. It's enormous. That show building wouldn't fit anywhere in ToonTown. Dell's Depot says, hi, David. Glad you like the wooden logo I made for you. Yes, that was great, Derek. That was fantastic. We're going to hang that first opportunity. I think I might put it in the office here. All right, guys, got 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes. I am pooped. I feel like I've talked more than usual.
Come on, baby.
Bring back Hyla's Choo Choo Train.
Come on, honey.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Come on, sweetheart. Come on out. You want some wet food? You want some wet food, babies? Come on, Gucci.
Okay. Where was I?
Sandy, stay. Come on, let's go eat. Come on, baby.
Rebecca Queen says, have to move to Central California. Her first thought was no Disneyland. Yeah, that's what stops me from making a lot of moving decisions, is the fact that there's no Disneyland.
What's this?
Jennifer got her ears. Awesome. Remote control mini water boats. Again, that's a space issue. Is Max Pass worth the money? That depends. It just depends. If you're going like once a year, yeah. If you go a lot, I don't know. That's a lot of money. $15 a shot. But if you go just the one, if you're going very infrequently, then yeah, it's worth it to make sure you get the most out of your day. I don't. Liz is doing something with the pets right now.
I'm trying to get Gucci out of my room.
Oh, where's my Coco?
She's right here.
Coco, come here, baby. Come on. Up. There we go. There she is. That's my dog.
They
She
had
got
a long day,
she got her nails clipped today.
which they still feel sharp.
Really? They didn't buff them?
No, I'll try with her, but they probably gave them a hard time.
Say hi, Coco. They got a bath and flea dipped and nails cut. Nathan M6911. Oh, okay. She didn't want to be here. I think she thinks she's getting a TREAT.
I'll give him another treat.
Nathan M6911 gets with $10. Says, do you think they will allow ToonTown to stay open later once the new ride opens? Yes, I do think that. I heard fireworks were the issue before, but maybe they figured that out with Galaxy's Edge. I think the answer, unfortunately, might be no fireworks.
Hold on.
Don't shoot me. I don't know if you've noticed, but They have been trending towards less and less fireworks now. More projections. That's not by accident. They have been pushing projections for a reason, not because people are like, oh my gosh, I love projections, give me more projections. It's because they're trying to do less fireworks. There are a lot of issues with fireworks. Now, we did a whole video on this. We did a whole video on this on Fresh Baked Presents about that. But yeah, I don't know if they're going to go away entirely. I'm not saying that, but I do think that we are going to see. We may be seeing the death of fireworks as we know them. Plus, it's very expensive. Very expensive. Ron, what did I miss? I missed Ron a comment. What did I see? Where'd you go, Ron? 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 Am I hitting the parks tomorrow? No. Ron, we're having our birthday party tomorrow with the family.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, no. But we will be there Saturday. You better be there. Or you're fired. I'm just kidding. I love you, Ron.
Ron, I have to fire you.
Ron, I have to fire you.
I have to fire you at the
Beep boop bop. Beep boop boop bop.
Great. Oh.
Good show, everybody. I like scotch.
Down in the belly.
Down in my belly.
Scotch.
Scotch. Will you be vlogging your birthday party for the Royal Dorks? No, this is a family thing. No, it's family. It's mom and brother and other family members. So, how did you meet Ron and Remy? I said, "Hey, Fresh Bake, come and find me." And they did. They found me. They poked me and they said, "Dave, I'm Ron. I'm Remy. Put me on your show." And I said, "All right, sounds fun." Really, our birthday party's tomorrow. Gosh,
Yeah.
unbelievable. This world. I'm 50. 5-0.
Okay.
3 minutes to go. Fresh Bake. Liz, you are beautiful. Is what I'm being told to say.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Fireworks are also bad for the environment. I don't see how that's possible. They look great. They smell delicious. What's wrong with fireworks? I see no downside. Yeah. None whatsoever. That better not be happening. You know what? I'm not saying it is, but create a little headspace in there for that possibility. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I have caught up. No, Steve, the fireworks issue is not about wildfires. That's always been a problem. The fireworks issue is about, well, it's multi guests being let down on a windy day that they don't get to see the fireworks and they get bad customer satisfaction. The noise that it creates for the city. A lot of people complain about the noise. The cost, 30 grand a night. The fact that they have to close down Fantasyland and ToonTown in order to light those fireworks. There was another one that I forgot. Oh, no. Yeah, a more consistent show. So there's a lot of factors there that say maybe fireworks aren't great. Plus the safety stuff. But that's related to, that's why they have to close ToonTown and Fantasyland. Okay. Would you do a review of the cast member related shows on Disney Plus? That's not a bad idea. Although that's not really my wheelhouse. I might talk about it. I don't know to what extent. I don't know if I do a full video on it, but yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, last minute to go. So if you got any questions, let's hear it. Steve says he's going to make his own fireworks. Oh, God. You know, there is a thing. They're working on. They're trying to find something that isn't a projection. They're working on those drones. Okay, there's drone technology out there that could kind of simulate a fireworks show or something like that. So it's not a it's not as depressing as it sounds. We don't know. Maybe a drone show could be cool. I would like to see them figure that out. But that is a possibility. Porkins, it's funny you said that because I'm just wrapping production. I've updated the top 10 food list, or meals. That's going to be out this weekend, I think. I think I'm ready for this weekend. Top 10 meals at Disneyland, updated for 2019. And then right after that, I'm working on a how-to video, and then another top 10 right after that. Actually, you're going to be seeing a lot of that kind of stuff coming from us, I think, very soon. Secrets and History of the People Mover? You know, I mean, it's been done a couple times. I don't know if I have anything to add to that conversation. It's kind of been beaten to death, I must say. There's only so many things you can say about an extinct attraction. Hunter says he'll watch all the People Mover videos. All right. Okay, so guys, that's it for our show tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for, your amazing generosity tonight. As always, it is greatly appreciated. We love you guys very much. I've said before, and I will say it over and over again, your kindness makes our show possible. We couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without these weekly live streams. We couldn't do it without Patreon. Guys, if you want to join our Patreon campaign, there's a link in the description of the videos. Also, thank you guys very much. It's the best. If you're not able to do that, if you want to support Fresh Baked, subscribe to the channel, obviously. Watch all the videos. Watch the whole video from beginning to end. Like the video, comment on the video, and then share them on social media. Share them with your friends on Facebook and on Twitter and all that stuff. That is very good for our show as well. So do those things, guys, and that would be greatly appreciated. And other than that, thank you very much again for watching. We love you guys very much, and we'll see you next time. Fresh Baked.